welcome to another episode of The Perspective. My name is Mother Fifi and I am excited to be here, definitely as always. Hoping you are excited too. And as of today, let's see, we have a few people who reached out and they're like, oh yes, thank you so much for starting this. I am excited too for starting it. The Perspective runs every week here on my YouTube channel. All you have to do is go and subscribe and make sure that every time we post a video you are there to make sure that you watch it. Shout out to my editor Nabo, that is Nabo UG. He actually does websites at a very cheap fee, and look out for him. Please give him all your monies. What do the Nigerians say? Patronize him with your money. Yes, patronize him with your money. He does really good websites. He also edits videos. So he's so much a computer nerd. Yes, like me, right? Yes, and then today's episode, we're gonna go through one of a reality tweet that happened. This is like a few days ago, and people that commented on that tweet, it was directed to ladies, and I think most of us have been through this because I also have an experience. So I was like, you know what, let me bring it on board and we see what people are going through, because woof. Now the tweet was saying, ladies, how did you realize you hated your boyfriend? That was the tweet, and it has over 1 million views and quite a number of quotes and tweets under it. So I picked a few, not all of them, because we would sleep here definitely, and we are going to talk about them. Now one of the first comments was, he kissed me goodnight saying see you tomorrow, and I prayed I wouldn't wake up in the morning. Do you know how much you would have to hate someone for you to pray that you actually die so that you don't have to see them the next morning? Do you know how bad it has to be for someone to be like, oh babe, good night, and they're in bed and you're like, oh my god, I just wish I sleep and I don't wake up. I cannot stand the sound of his voice, the sound of his scent, the smell of his scent. I cannot. Do you know how bad it has to be? So bad, by the way, so bad. Then another side, I came home and I thought, this apparent guy is still in my house. Mind you, they stayed together. Yes, so you know, like how you stay with someone and you open the door and he's sitting in the chair like, oh my god, Jesus Christ, I can't believe he's still in my house. Now that is some kind of it. That is some kind of it. You see, the funny thing is, you're in a relationship and you get to a stage, or let's say something has happened, or you no longer have the same feelings as you used to have, and you start resenting that person. After resentment, there comes hate, and the hate is, and it is very hard when you're hating someone who is actually nice to you. Let's say you're dating a nice guy, a nice girl, but you don't have feelings for them. All they do is pisses you off. So you get to that point of hating them. So you cannot leave, because what have they done? Nothing, right? So they breathe, you're like, oh. They eat and they allow, you're like, oh Jesus, can't he just die? He goes and he's driving away, like, can I just get a call of he was in an accident? Like, is that bad, guys? These are in most of the inner thoughts that happen that we definitely don't say out loud, but this guy said them out loud. I'm gonna tell you mine later in the video, but some things you have to take them in your grave. I'm telling you, some things you have to take them in your grave here. And the question was, ladies, how did you realize you hated your boyfriend? This one was like, his phone was broken, so I did not talk to him all day. Then he finally called later in the evening. I was so upset when his name popped up on the screen. You're like, I think God was me. Oh, Jesus. And no. You see, people are going to be like, oh no, you didn't like him like that. No, no, no. Sometimes you like him like that, and then you have got to a point, like I just said, you no longer like him like that. So something like this happens. His phone dies. You're like, oh, thank you, Jesus. I'm not gonna talk to him on a daily. Then he works on his phone and he calls you. You know, it's from a nice place. I mean, he calls you from a good place, and he's like, oh my God, so worried, and he wants to talk to you, and you're like, oh, Jesus Christ. Now this one. If this happened, I would actually also be offended and be very mad. So she says he was in the Shed Room comments. You know the Shed Room? It is an American site which gives entertainment news all around the world. So so she says he was in the Shed Room comments defending R. Kelly. See, if my boyfriend is in the comments defending some Dwanzi celebrity who actually committed the crime, follow him to where he's going, because you're not coming back. You see, and it happens here, you see, and I actually always think about guys who date guys who are here in Uganda, right? Like your boyfriend is always in the comments on Imbuyuji or Big Eye or any of these gossip sites, and they've said something about, let's say, what's trending right now. Oh, Saha said, I wrote values, chameleons values, and your boyfriend who you want to marry takes off time, his busy schedule, and is in the comments fighting with random people. If I find him, he better be related to Saha and Chameleon, because if he's not, oh, we get a problem. Or Zari and Shakib have a situation happening, and your boyfriend is in the comments. His comment is number one, then he has replied to everyone. It's like, oh my God. Then and he's not saying something sensible. No. This is when he comments and it is something sensible. This is when he comments and it would, you know, and it doesn't make sense. And guys, I don't know how you date these people who are always in the comments, you know, or people who post actually nonsense, because me, I would be livid. I'd be so mad. I'd be, ugh. No, don't embarrass me like that. Who are you embarrassing? It better not be me, even though people do not know about us. I don't care. Someone somewhere knows that I and you are in a situation. So if you're posting nonsense, then it is on me. On me. It is my reputation. So, okay. So that is how I found out that nigga. Anywho, now another person. Remember, the question was, ladies, how did you realize you hated your boyfriend? Then this lady says, he walked over to me past the table of drinks to interrupt my conversation and ask me to get him a drink. I asked him to explain why his legs and his hands suddenly stopped working, yet his long throat works. No. But you see, the funny thing is, there are men who, I don't know, they act disabled, right? And there are men who, there's one that is cute, right? It's when, you know, your man is like, oh my God, babe, can I get this? Like, there are those who do it cutely. But there are those who do it in a cute way, you know. There's this thing of, oh, you must do it. You have to do it. You're the woman. I cannot put food for myself on the plate. You have to do it. I cannot go back drinking water for myself. You have to get it for me. So there are two different ways of people asking, of you know, your man asking you to do something for him. There is, oh, babe, can you please give me some water? There is, oh, go tell your mother you need water. Or, hey, get me water. Let's calm down. Let's calm down. And in this instance, you know, because I mean, you know, the things that we do, making your babes play, that's an easy thing to do. Definitely, you do it. But if your wife or girlfriend is with friends and they're having a conversation, let's say, even if, let's say we are home, right, and me and my girls are having a conversation, and you come, let's say, from the bedroom or wherever you're seated, and you're like, hey, can I get something to drink? Do you know where the fridge is? Go get it yourself. What do you mean? No, I'm not going to say anything because, like I said, when we're in people, we good and good what you mean on the bed, right? I'm going to get up and go get it for you, but don't embarrass me. Don't. Yes. There are very many things. Like that tweet had so many things. Let me see if I got one last thing. This one says, I wanted him to cheat on me so bad so I would have a good reason to live. Now, that one has everything to do with, people who are scared to actually, have difficult conversations. Let's say you're no longer interested in someone, the way the way you used to be interested in them, and you don't want to hurt them, so you wait for them to do something bad so that you can leave. People do that all the time, most of the time, yes. So, which is definitely not a good thing, but I see your point. I get your point. Mostly if you've been with someone for a long time, yeah, it will be very hard for you to just up and go, so you'll have to look for a reason, and if it comes from the other party, it makes your work easier, definitely. But that's been it. If you have anything you have to tell us and you want to tell me when you realized that you hated your boyfriend, what was that scenario? When you realized, you know what, I do not like this man. I do not like this man. Let me know in the comment section. I'm also going to get. All right, that's been our time on the perspective. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys, and do not forget to subscribe this so that every time we have a video up, you are one of the first people to watch it. And the question of the day, like I said, was asking ladies to tell us the time they realized they hated their boyfriend. Yes. So if you have a scenario to tell us, please put it in your comment section. You can also follow me on my Instagram and Twitter. You can put these comments right there in my inbox. My DMs are all open, and if you also want to be part of the show, you can also DM me. I normally film from Kampala, so if you're around Kampala, we can just meet up and we film. Yes. All right, but thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe. I am out. Peace.